Let us see the outline classification and general characters of invertebrates in this video. In the previous video, we have seen that how do you classify the animals. So the animals are classified mainly based on the general characteristic features as well as the peculiar characteristic features. So all the animals are classified mainly based on the backbone, isn't it? So the first one, based on the backbone, they are classified into three. First one, the organism, those who are not having the backbone, they are classified under the group invertebrates. The organism, those who are having the backbone, they are placed in the group vertebrates. Certain group exhibit both the primitive characters as well as the advanced characteristic features. They are having these characteristic features in at least in an early stage in the life history of an organism. So these animals placed under the prokaryotes. Let us see how do you classify the invertebrates. Invertebrates are a group of organisms, they are not having the backbone. The invertebrate phyla are majorly classified into two groups. They are the major group and the minor group. Mainly based on certain characteristic features. First one, the number of species and individuals, and the second one, their participation in ecological communities. So based on these two concepts or based on these two factors, they are classified into the major and the minor invertebrate phyla. There are about 30 phyla. About these, 9 major phyla is there, and the rest of the group are considered as the minor phyla. Already I told you, mainly based on the number of species and individuals, their participation in ecological communities. So based on these two factors, they are classified as the 9 major phyla. What are they? First one, the Protozoa, Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, and Echinodermata are placed under the major phyla. The rest of the phyla, here the mention in a table, they are considered as the minor phyla. Here there are the two, Entoprocta and the Ectoprocta. Even though they are having a considerable number of the individuals, but their participation in the animal communities are lesser. Hence they placed under where this is the minor phyla. Again, the zoologist usually termed the group of organisms lower invertebrates and the higher invertebrates. What is meant by lower invertebrates and higher invertebrates means mainly based on the body, organization and the size. So the body, the lower invertebrates having a simple body organization and smaller in size. The higher invertebrates having the complex body organization and the larger in size. So the first Protozoa, Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes are considered as the lower invertebrates because of the simple body organization and the smaller in size. The members belongs to the phyla Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca and Ectodermata. Their body organization, they are having the complex body organization and the size is larger, hence they are placed under the higher invertebrates. So here some examples are given under the major phyla. Already I told you there are about the 9 major phyla. So example for the phylum Protozoa, amoeba. Example for the Porifera, the sponges. Example for the Coelenterata, hydra and the corals. And the liverfoot placed under where this is the Platyhelminthes and the ascaris is Aschelminthes. Earthworm is placed under the phyla Annelida. Prawn, cockroach are placed under the Arthropoda. Phyla, clams, Polyester placed under the phylum Mollusca, and the starfish placed under the phylum Echinodermata. So in what way they are classified? The first one, the Protozoa, already I told you the example for amoeba. All the microscopic organisms placed under the Protozoa, particularly the unicellular organism. So the organism, those are having the unicellular placed under the Protozoa, they are the minute and the microscopic. You can see in these pictures. And the second one is the porifera, the soft, that means the soft bodied animals, but they are bearing the minute pores, they are known as the ostia. So these organisms place under the phylum porifera. Example, the sponges. So you can see in these pictures, so this sponges having many pores on its body. And the third phyla is the coelenterata. So presence of coelentron, that means a cavity. Moreover, these organisms having the stinging cell, they are also known as the cnidaria. They are placed under the phylum coelenterata. Next one is the phylum Platyhelminthes. The flattened body animals placed under the phylum Platyhelminthes. Example, the liverpluke. Most of these groups, most of the members placed under these Platyhelminthes are the parasitic organism. And the next one is the phylum Aschelminthes. They are the rounded bodied animals. Example, the Ascaris. It is an endoparasite living in the small intestine of man. And the next phyla is the Annelida. Here the organisms, its body is segmented into many metamerisms. That is, the segmented animals are placed under where this is the Annelida. And the next phylum Arthropoda, its body is segmented. That means the body is divided into head, thorax and abdomen. So these organisms are placed under the Arthropoda. Here the arthro means jointed, poda means the legs. So its leg is jointed with the body. Example, prawn cockroaches. And the next phyla, it is a phylum is Mollusca, soft bodied animals. So the soft bodied animal is protected by a hard skeletonous structures, which is made up of the calcareous. They are placed under where this is the phylum Mollusca, pearl oyster and the phyla. And the last phylum Echinodermata, it is a spiny skin animal. So these organisms having the skin on its derm, that means the skin. So example, sea urchin. You can see in these pictures, this is the sea urchin. Its body bears so many spine-like structures. Even though these are the organisms having the peculiar characteristic features, in the previous 3 slides I have told you that how the organisms are classified into different phyla. So all these organisms having the common characteristic features, they are placed under the invertebrates. First one, all the invertebrates, they do not have the backbone. Second one, the nerve cord is present on the ventral side, but it is solid in nature. When alimentary canal is present, it lies dorsal to the nerve cord. Invertebrates may be acoelomate or pseudocoelomate or eucoelomate. So acoelomate means here there is no coelom or the cavity. Example, the amoeba. And the pseudocoelomate, here the body is lined with false mesoderm. Eucoelomate, they are having the body cavity lying between the body wall and the alimentary canal. They are lined with the mesoderm. And they are exhibiting asymmetry, radial symmetry or bilateral symmetry. Say for example, in the next slide, here the amoeba is an example for the asymmetry, and the paramecium, it is an example for the bilateral symmetry, and the starfish, it shows the radial symmetry. So symmetry, what is symmetry? Symmetry, it is nothing but this is the organism shows. If you bisect the body, the parts of the body are arranged, if they are arranged on either side of the bisexual, that means the line, they are known as the bilateral symmetry. And if the body parts are arranged around a central axis, these animals are placed under where this is the radial symmetry. Here the starfish shows the radial symmetry, paramecium shows the bilateral symmetry, the amoeba shows asymmetry. Because of the amoeba, it often changes its shape. So it exhibits the asymmetry. And next characteristic features, the circulatory system is the open type or the closed type. So here what is meant by the circulatory system? Animals exhibit 2 types of circulatory system, open type or the closed type. Here usually the blood flows inside the blood vessels. So these bloods are collected in a small sinuses or the lacunae. This kind of circulatory system exhibited by the certain animal, they are the open circulatory system. Here, the advanced organism, higher invertebrates exhibit the closed circulatory system. That means the blood flows within the blood vessels and they are carried by minute organism. Moreover, they are not directly exposed to the cells. So this type of system is known as the closed circulatory system. And next one, they have different grade of organization. So here this table shows that how the organism exhibit different grade of organization. Say for example, the amoeba, it comes under the phylum Protozoa, it exhibits the protoplasmic grade of organization. Then here the sponges, it shows the cellular grade of organization. And the coelentrates, here the cells are converged together to form the tissue. So say for example, here the nerve net is formed by the nerve cells and their processes. So coelentrata exhibits cell and tissue grade of organization. Platform exhibits the tissue to organ grade of organization, and the higher invertebrates showing the organ grade of organization. That means here the protoplasmic grade of organization and the cellular grade of organization, here the particular activities is carried out by the particular cells, and organ system grade of organization, all the cells are aggregated together to form the tissue, and the tissues are aggregated together form organ. So the organs are aggregated together to do a particular function. So this system is known as the organ system grade of organization. It is exhibited by the higher invertebrates. They exhibit all types of possible reproduction. That means organism exhibit both sexual as well as the asexual reproduction. All invertebrates are cold-blooded animals. So these are the general characteristic features of the members of phylum invertebrates. Thank you.